Hello everybody, this is Daisuke from Pick and Play, and today we are going to be demoing and showing how this table works. This is a dining table. This is only 3 land impact when it's put away. Left click, you have table prep. At the end of the table, you'll get a sign. And you'll get a wine glass. The wine glass is to turn on and off the sign. So for seating, you can res out 1 seat, 2 seat, 4 seat, or 8 seats. So let's just go ahead and show you what the 8 looks like. Nice and simple. And they're always balanced out with the table. Now we are going to go over the, actually before we do this seating, let's go over the rest of the table. So the first button here is candles, and you have different candles you can pick from. Each one will have different land impact. On the lanterns, and they are separate, so you can always delete one if you want. On the lanterns, you left click them, and you can get a graphic HUD. This one you do have to hit yes on. Pretty simple, pretty easy. If you're Harry Potter fans, on these you can click any of them to turn on the flames. On, let's do flowers. Sorry, I lost my count there. I have short-term memory, so I lose my spot pretty easily. For snacks, there's different snacks you can pick from. I'll just move the flour over. So I'll just move them for now. On the banana cake, you can actually change out the texture of this. If you're doing a themed birthday or event or party, you can get pretty creative with it. So, on the foods, you can do it without foods with a fork, and they all auto attach to you. So if you're using your own food resers, you can use whatever means you want. Waffles, you have different waffles you can pick from. Lunch. Here you have the sandwich, and then you can click the next one, and the sandwich will attach to you. Ramen's one of my favorite ones. For the drinks, sake. Let me zoom in so you can see these a little bit better. Yep. Now for the last thing on here. Oh, sorry, not the last thing. Sorry. So this is for the water in the table. The first one's lighting. The second one's the actual watercolor. So you just click the one you want and you can pick any color you want. You can see how it changes it up just a little for each one. So you can get very creative. Now for the last thing on this, if you are using a bot, when you left click on the table where you get this menu, you also get this UUID. You just copy that, and if you have a bot, you just paste it into their sitter, or you can select the table into it and just tell them to sit. That puts them in the sit. The violin and bow will automatically attach to your bot. They do have to accept the pick and play experience as well. And then you just left click on the violin and you have a selection of songs you can pick from. And that is the pick and play table. When you're done, you just left click on the table and hit clear, and that clears everything. Sometimes it might take a little bit, but it clears everything. On the food pills, if you do Exeo Life or My Story, you can click on these food pills. The green one is for food. It will bring up your food with Exeo Life or My Story for each one. They stay out for 30 minutes or until they all get used up. You get a 200 count of each, and you get this you get for free in the group vendor up in the shop. And the landmark will be in your note card for that. Thank you for watching from Pick and Play.